Hello again from my front porch. Well, it is Friday, April 26th, which means today is the final day, my final day at Waldinger. It's been an incredible run. It's been an incredible journey, but today the journey sadly comes to an end. And I'm deeply saddened by it. I really am. I cover up when I feel sad or when I feel stressed or when I feel awkward, pretty much all the time. I use humor. I cover up with humor, and I've already warned a couple of people that today will probably be a day where I crack a lot of jokes, tell a lot of dad jokes, because. It is going to be a challenge to make it through the day today. It has been an incredible 4-year run, and I would not be ending the journey. As I've said, I don't want to recover all the same stuff, but I wouldn't be leaving if it wasn't for this really incredible other opportunity that came up, and the kind of thing that I would have kicked myself if I would have turned it down. It's just too good to be true. At least I hope. Well, I hope it's not. I hope it's not too good to be true. I hope it actually is true. Think about what you're saying, Paul. But no, really, I think I'm confident this new opportunity is going to be an incredible opportunity. But I am sad about leaving Waldinger, and it's been an incredible place to work. My boss, Dan Dykey, is awesome. On one hand, I could start listing all the great things about him to show you how much I think about him. On the other hand, I feel like if I started that, I'd get emotional. My co-workers, Sherry Patzner and Kayla Sherwood. Kayla's new. I've only known her for a couple of months, 2, almost 3 months now. But she's incredible. She's really strong. But Sherry and I have bonded really well over the last couple of years or so that she's been there. She and I have developed quite a great team, good dynamic, and she's not going to become the lead member of the team, and she's going to do it well. She's going to do incredible. I have such high regard and high hopes for her. I know she's going to do fantastic. So I know that I leave the training program at Waldinger in really good hands. I know they're going to do fantastic. They're going to surpass what I've done. In fact, I predict that it won't be too long before they're saying, man, wow, we were really being held back by Paul. I don't know. But it will be said, and they're not the only ones. There are others, and I'm not going to start listing the names of everybody because I'd inevitably leave somebody out. But there are some individuals, some very specific individuals who are at Waldinger that have come to mean a great deal to me. And everybody says, well, we'll stay in touch, we'll stay friends, but it's never the same. It's when you're not seeing each other every day, it doesn't stay the same, and that's sad, because even though we're all give me your phone number, you better stay in touch, we'll still do lunches, all that stuff. You just know that it's the end of a chapter. It's a transition, and the dynamic is never going to be the same. And for someone like me who really values relationships, that's tough. But even before I have to deal with that, the last day at Waldinger, I have my last day as chair of the Planning and Operations Committee for the Central Iowa Workforce Development Board, because I have been on the Central Iowa Workforce Development Board for the last, 4 or 5 years, maybe 6. I'd have to go back and look. And actually might have been 6, or was it 7? It's been a great run. It's been a long time, but I've enjoyed it. I've been it's a passion of mine working with workforce development issues. Meeting with even members of Congress and talking with them about workforce legislation, and it's been my thing. It's what I do. It works for me. But anyway, my role on the board has been to represent the Central Iowa business communities, employers in Central Iowa. Well, my new company doesn't have an office in Central Iowa. The only employee they're going to have in Central Iowa will be me, at least, until such time as we may determine that I need to not be in Iowa, whenever that may come. So I have regrettably had to submit my resignation from the Central Iowa Workforce Development Board, and then also I can't be chair of the Planning and Operations Committee because you have to be on the board to be a chairperson of a committee, and so that's what I'm doing. Today then becomes my last meeting that I chair of that Planning and Operations Committee, and that too is going to be difficult. I mean, honestly, I've been doing that longer than I've been at Waldinger, and so I've invested a lot of myself in the efforts that we've done with the Workforce Development Board, and a lot of my passion, a lot of my energy, and yeah, it's difficult to walk away from that too. And by the way, if you are interested, there are openings now. I know there's at least one opening, both at Waldinger as for a training person doing my stuff, and at Central Iowa Workforce Development Board. It's someone representing the business community from any of the counties in the Central Iowa area. And if you're interested, drop me a message on Facebook, and I will be happy to share the information with you, because I would love to see someone else. Rowena Crosby, who is at Taro International, had served on the Central Iowa Workforce Development Board, and her term ended just as my term began. And we didn't plan it that way, but Ro's a good friend of mine, and so we just joked that she was not able to continue on, her time commitments would allow it, and so then I was taking her place. Well, I'd sure love to be able to pass the baton to somebody that I know too, and let them take my place and continue on. Be great if it's somebody with a training background too, because there are a lot of people on the Workforce Development Board which oversees the programs such as job retraining for dislocated workers to be able to get gainfully back in employment. But a lot of individuals on the board that have no background in training whatsoever, and so it's been very good for me to be there to be able to represent that viewpoint. But anyway, I can't continue to do that because I just can't. I don't have the qualifications any longer. So sadly, today is a huge day of goodbyes, which is why it's going to be a very emotional day, which is why it's going to be a day of a lot of dad jokes and a lot of humor trying to mask it and cover it up. The reality of it all is going to really hit home. All right, well, I can't really give you a cheery conclusion to this one, because it's very bittersweet, and I'm bracing myself for the day ahead. But what I do know is that a whole new exciting journey awaits me, and I've already been in communication with my new boss. His name's David. And he's been sending me information, and I've been looking through that, trying to get up to speed on some of the stuff that has already been done. And he and I are going to be meeting, flying out to Cincinnati on Wednesday. The next is coming Wednesday the 1st. And he and I are meeting for dinner that night, and then we're going to spend a few hours together the morning on Thursday, talking through strategy things. The rest of the time I'll be doing all the HR and IT stuff and getting all set up. David and I will be, really hammering out what happens now. Where do we go from here? And I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to getting my arms wrapped around the new adventure. So I know that today has to happen for that to be able to happen. And so, all right. The one really bright spot that I have is that for all of the tears and sadness that I will have today, tomorrow is going to be full of fun and festivity, because I've got the Filipino Scholarship Program fundraiser thing tomorrow from 11 to 4 a.m. From 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. It includes the potluck, the incredible silent auction kind of stuff with all the great prizes we've accumulated there, and a karaoke contest. Then later in the evening, I'll be at the Wells Fargo Arena singing national anthem for the Professional Bull Riders Association, the PBR. And that's my third or fourth year doing that, so I'm excited about that. And then I'll probably be out to Danny Arthur's, because that's where the bunch of the Filipino community will be going to dance, and of course I have been requested to be there. So I'll eventually make it out to that too. But so tomorrow, Saturday, will be a very active day with a lot of fun and festivity, which will be a good change after today. All right. Well, And in the words of Frank Sinatra, and now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. So long, Waldinger. I really do appreciate all that you've done for me. I really, really, really have enjoyed these last 4 years, and I wish you all the absolute very best. And with that, I'll see you all next time from my front porch.